Jesse and Kymba for breakfast.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good
Hello.
morning.
Hi, Kymba. How are you?
Just peachy, mate.
Good morning, and hope you enjoyed your long weekend. For all those who celebrate, for the rest of us, appreciate your service to the country.
And also, hello, 4-day week.
4-day week. It is a 4-day
So you
week.
forget that the public holidays just keep giving.
You're right. Yeah, it's a 4-day week.
Yep.
Did you have a nice weekend? Did you get up to much? Did you do
Lovely
any
weekend.
celebrations or anything like that?
I
Did
didn't
you party?
No, I didn't do any parties, but my mother-in-law is in town, so we're doing from the UK. So we've been going out and doing things and playing games and just spending quality time.
Have you been to Kings Park?
No, but she's been here a lot. She comes here every year.
Okay, right.
We're very lucky, but I haven't. I didn't do a great deal.
Been
over the
here a
weekend.
lot. She comes here every year. It's not an excuse for me.
Kings Park. We went into the city yesterday. Yesterday,
Yeah.
and it was raining.
Yeah, it was raining. It was,
Which
yeah.
no one
If
anticipated.
you live here in Perth, it was a weird one yesterday. The last couple of days, it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, so it seemed a little bit like we couldn't see anything from Kings Park. But that's all right.
Oh, very good. Hey, coming up on the show today, Jesse Wagstaff, who we haven't had a chance to catch up with this year. If he makes it in, I've been told that we didn't check in on over the weekend. So
Our producers are very switched on and they give everyone a heads up before they come in, like the night before, like don't forget about tomorrow. But they've been super busy and we sometimes rely on guests like Jesse, who's been a friend of the show forever, to get himself here.
yeah, but when you're a friend of the show for as long as he has been, sometimes it's very swanning. It's very just, I'm going to swan on in when I want to swan on in.
I'm confident he'll be here. Get out of bed, Jesse.
Anthony Clear on the phone. Will Anderson will join us today as well, our good mate Will.
Yeah, great.
He's a ripper. There's plenty going on. Jesse Wagstaff. I can play you I crashed his post-match press conference
Oh, no.
last week.
No.
Well, I needed some because they were asking all of the really, the questions about basketball and
Did
how's
he know
it
you
going?
were
How's the
there?
coach? Well, he did when I asked the question.
Oh, no, you didn't.
And then, no, I just needed some. I'm doing some DIY at home,
Pete,
and
it's
so
okay.
I needed some recommendations on timber because he's had a lot of 40 years, old. The career he's had.
It's
he's treaded a
okay
lot of
to
boards.
have fun with Jesse when he comes into our studio, but you don't go into his workplace and behaves like that.
Well, nobody told me.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll do that after
We'll talk
6:30.
about it.
Hey, quite a day yesterday at one of the Invasion Day, Survival Day rallies. This one in Forest Place, Perth CBD, around midday. Was reported that a device was thrown into the crowd. Lucy Murray from 7 News joins us this morning. Good morning to you, Lucy. Thank you.
Good morning.
Lucy, look, all we saw yesterday, first reports were people saying bomb scare in Perth City. That was a very terrifying thing to see in the news. What actually happened?
Yeah, we were down at the Invasion Day rally. We were filming it for the news and we'd sort of just taken a break, stood under a bit of shade, and my cameraman looked up and first we saw was a bunch of police on stage, probably about 6 of them at this stage. And so we thought something's happening, and both of us, we sprinted towards the stage, to the front of the stage, thinking maybe someone's being arrested or they're shutting down this protest at the moment. And there's 2,000 people in Forest Chase. It was packed, and there was a lot of confusion, a lot of chaos. And then all of a sudden there's a line, there's dozens, dozens of police all in a line yelling at the crowd that they need to move back and keep moving out of the square. And there was a lot of feeling amongst the protesters at this stage that their words were being silenced and they weren't going quietly. And then we see a police officer, he gets on stage, he takes the microphone and he yells to the crowd. He introduces himself, says his name and says, "There is a person in this crowd that I can't verify and I can no longer guarantee your safety. Everyone needs to get out of the square." And that's when we saw the shops around there, Maya, those stores start to shut and people being pushed out of those shops and moving back. And there was still a lot of confusion. We knew something had been thrown into the crowd. We didn't know what it was, what it looked like. This is Perth. We didn't really know if it was a false alarm or if it was a scare. And it was only later in the day when the police stood up and had that press conference that we learned it was a device. It was about the size of a coffee cup and it had screws and ball bearings and a liquid in there surrounded by glass, and it was thrown right towards the stage area.
Lucy, people feel like these days with lots of news around the world that we're on high alert in general, but I think people don't expect it in Perth. Were people moving quickly? Did it become chaotic, or was it just people in confusion?
I guess people were in confusion because even myself and my cameraman, we didn't think that this was something that would happen in Perth. You think, this is probably a false alarm that something has been thrown in the crowd, and police are on high alert and they've got to take every threat seriously. So you think that this is Perth and this is likely to be a false alarm, but it wasn't. And police, the way they responded, and you could see all the riot vans, the trucks, the cars that had been ditched on Wellington Street later, they responded to this, and as they said it, like it was going to be a mass casualty event, which is incredibly scary words to hear.
Lucy, we understand that a man was arrested, 31-year-old man from Warwick. Police are at his home this morning, if you can confirm that, and that around about 20 minutes ago, news has come to hand that he's been formally charged. Is that correct?
That's correct. So a 31-year-old man will face court today. At the moment, we know police are refusing his bail. He's been charged with 2 offences, making explosives under suspicious circumstances and with intent to harm did an act that may result in the life or safety of a person being endangered. Those are the 2 charges he faces in court today. That's a 31-year-old man from
Lucy,
Warwick.
Does that suggest then that it was actually an explosive device and not something that he just created to scare people?
At this stage, that's what police are alleging, that it was an explosive device. We know it did not explode, and no one was injured and no one was hurt in this case. But at this stage, police are suggesting it was an explosive, and we did see heavily armed police at what is suggested to be his house for hours yesterday, surrounding it and very carefully entering the house to search it.
Okay. Lucy, thank you. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Yeah.
No worries.
Glad everyone's okay.
Yeah.
But it would just be a terrifying thing to happen, isn't it? Right?
Lucy,
Especially in a crowd like that.
Absolutely. Lucy Murray from 7 News. They'll have more tonight with Tim McMillan and Angela Sun on 7 from 6 p.m. Jesse Wagstaff, captain of the Perth Wildcats. Welcome, mate. It's good to have you back.
Good morning. Good to see you guys again.
How have you been? I mean, we went on a big old holiday and had a break, but you've just continued to play, push through.
Yeah, we're just playing more basketball. Everyone asks how our break went because I feel like the whole world's on break and it's our busiest time of the year. But all good. Yeah, life's good.
Yeah, great.
So a couple of weeks ago, Kymba saw this man at Hoops Fest. Right here,
so
which was big festival of basketball.
Pete basically, did this Hoops festival and then came back with no voice because he was so into it. And it was
screaming.
days and days of basketball.
Yep. Can I just ask, I've got a couple of questions to ask you, right? Because the first and foremost, in the game against the Illawarra Hawks, now correct me if I'm wrong, you set the NBL record for the most career wins with a single club. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
That is massive.
Thanks, man. Yeah, cool.
Do you know, if Jesse
Pete.
is
Couldn't
the
care
most... it doesn't matter what we have said over the years. Jesse is the most understated dude we know.
Yeah.
I reckon, you could make him Australian of the Year and he'd go, well, cheers, yeah, did you? And he wouldn't even mention to us that he'd won it. You know what I mean? It's hard. We want to celebrate you, but you can't be bothered.
No, it's cool. I got Greg High actually text me. I think we played on a Saturday or something. Text me on the Sunday. No one knew, I don't think. But relatively random. Like, it's not as random as like wins with your left hand on a Tuesday when it's raining. But like, it's kind of random. But it's kind of cool. Yeah,
Very good. Yeah. Now, do I owe an apology? I feel like I owe you an apology. I was a bit of a pest over that weekend to him.
Oh, gosh.
Kymba, I was a little bit of a pest.
All I knew about this, Jesse, is I said, what are we talking to Jesse about this morning? And Pete says, well, I crashed his press conference, so maybe we could chat about that. Now, the fact that you said you crashed it and that you weren't invited speaks volumes.
Yeah. I think he crashed my life. The night before, I didn't even know he was at the game and announcing, and then I saw his big mug on the the big screen. I couldn't escape him.
And honestly, you need to tell me the honest truth, right? After the game with the Illawarra Hawks, at the end of the game, when someone came up to you and said, hey, can we do a post-match presser? And you looked stuffed, right? But like a post-match interview on the court. Did you say, no, I just want to move on, and then you saw me waving at you? Is that what happened?
It was actually the opposite. I saw you and said no.
Well, this was the press conference, right? So
I hope you asked a really great basketball question and not something stupid.
Well, everybody else was asking basketball questions. I wanted to mix it up a little bit. So here, this is what happened. Have a listen. He was very gracious. Hey, buddy. You've been playing for years. I'm doing a fantastic job, by the way. Love it. But you've obviously seen a lot of court time over that time. Felt a lot of wood under your feet. I'm doing a DIY project. Can you recommend like a type of timber or something that I could use that's sturdy and, just goes well with anything?
I can't believe you guys let him in. Whatever you want to use, mate. You go ahead, whatever. I don't have any specific recommendations. Probably get them from Bunnings, league sponsor. You're welcome. Jarrah's solid. Yeah. Acacia,
oh my God, you keep going.
You do you. Yeah. With some cabots on the top. Yeah.
And like any particular gloss?
Semi-gloss. Polyurethane. It goes down well. I got you.
You
Jesse, you are such a gentleman.
I've seen Pete smile a lot. But when I saw him sitting at the back row, because I don't think they let him closer to the mics, and he had the biggest smile, and I thought, here we go.
It's funny you mention that because I did think to myself, normally when someone important has a question to ask, they come over to you, they give you a microphone so everyone can hear it, and I noticed they never came near you with that mic.
No, they did. You should have seen it. These poor sports reporters that were in there who dedicated their lives to the game, and I'm this idiot who's just thrown these stupid questions out. Hey, last second 3-pointer versus Melbourne United, 74-73. You guys were having a cracking game up until that point. But people are just talking about Joe and Christian at the end of the match, a little bit of argy-bargy. Do we need to send them to couples counselling? Are they okay?
For a while there, I forgot we were actually going to talk basketball.
Just a little, a little bit of basketball.
Yeah, that's what I was like. A little emotion after the game, which is good. I think we've had emotion every year I've been in the league in terms of at the Wildcats, and I just like people care. So, yeah, all good.
Well, I think when people see two blokes on the same team having a go at each other, it's generally the natural thing that they'll talk about. But, yeah, there's never really much to it. You guys have finals on the line.
I think people forget that that's how we feed our family. And, you add that with a close game and emotion and testosterone and pride and,
You don't wait for the coach. You think, that guy really stuffed it up, but we'll wait till we're back in the... you just go, what was that?
It's a lot of emotion, and, that happens at practice, and it should happen to practice. There should be I think I've heard the term before, an appropriate level of friction, which...
I don't know. I never approach Pete. If I think he's done something wrong, I just go straight to management.
Yeah.
I don't bring it up with him.
Yeah,
it's going to make it awkward, isn't it?
Every time,
straight to the boss.
Every time the boss comes in and he goes, hey, can we have a chat? I'm like, Kymba's been in your ear again, hasn't she? What did I do this time?
Trying to get him fired for years.
Hey, because I was at Hoops Fest, the big festival of basketball, and I'm sort of in amongst collecting cards at the moment, I decided to buy a pack of basketball cards.
Oh, yeah?
This is the first pack that I've bought for 30 years. Guess what card I pulled?
Oh, hopefully. Oh, look at that.
Have a look at that.
I've always got the most boring pictures on my cards. It's because I never do anything exciting. So it's me shooting a free throw or clapping on the bench. Everyone has these really cool action shots.
But it could have been worse. It could have been you just handing out the oranges at half time.
You know what I want to see? You know what I want to see on a card? Your towel. That's what I want to see.
Everyone else has diving on the floor or dunking, and I've just got shooting a free throw.
But also, the card is really it's very reflective, it's very fancy, it's pretty
shiny.
Cool. And I said, wow. But also, you all kind of look the same because they're full body shots rather than just your heads. So I went through the internet instead to just get some headshots.
Oh God, here we go.
Of you.
Here we go.
And I feel that, I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, but I feel it is appropriate to say, you're a good-looking rooster.
Oh, thank you.
But gee, it's only come in time, hasn't it? It's come with age. Because some of these, mate, have a look at some of these.
I can explain these. Just
these haircuts.
Yeah.
These.
Wow. The beard?
You were really hiding your good looks, I feel.
Wow.
They've been. Look at this one. This one, you look like Friar Tuck.
Oh, yeah. No. I can explain all of these.
Really? With what?
The ones with the beard is we have playoff beards. And so sometimes the playoff series last a month, and you're not allowed to
mean?
shave.
Oh, that's a rule that you all have. You have to have
Yeah.
a playoff beard.
Oh,
Yeah, so
well, that
like-
would explain. Yeah.
So
Through those championship years, seeing Damo with one and Greg
well,
and...
don't give Damo a beard. He had a bit of scruff after
Well,
a
yeah, he
month.
gets
yeah.
he's a bit patchy, Damo.
Yeah, patchy.
He's like
Patches.
a cow in a field. Come on,
Yeah.
Patches, old girl.
Yeah. And so after a month, you've got a bit of a beard, and then that one's pretty bad. But that's in the transition to grow my hair. Like there's an awkward stage of about 2 years where you got to grow it.
Yeah, okay. Well, no, the beard thing, that does explain a lot.
Yeah.
It helps.
Oh, just don't play like finals again. Playoffs and stuff.
I like growing a beard.
The important thing is you're a good-looking rooster now.
Hey, mate, good luck for the season as it continues. You guys are in the mix, and yeah, go well, hey?
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Captain of the Perth Wildcats, Jesse Wagstaff, with us this morning. We'll see you again. By the way, I've got a marker. I need you to sign the card.
Got you.
Good on you. City of Joondalup Valentine's concert, and one of our favourites will be in town performing there. Anthony Kalia, good morning.
Oh, good morning, Spunks. How you doing?
Oh, we're great. We're looking forward to you being here, but also, too, it's not just Anthony.
No, the husband's there as well.
We love this.
This is absolutely
it's,
fantastic. So how's this going to work, mate? The duets, have you started practicing? What's it going to look like?
Well, the thing is, last year we took this show around the country and we did 38 performances. We started off at the Opera House and at Hamer Hall in Melbourne and then toured around the country. So we are totally rehearsed and we know this show inside out. And when you get to that point, it turns into a lot of fun on stage. And to be honest, we haven't divorced yet after all of these shows. So it's funny that we're still together.
No, stop it. When Anthony Kalia and Tim Campbell got married, the world came together. We were all like, oh, this is so adorable. And I must say, like the City of Joondalup Valentine's Day concert, I went years ago. They have been putting them on for years, and they are fantastic. It's like just a gorgeous day, and like evening out on the grass with incredible performers. And the two of you are channeling George Michael and Elton John. So, I mean, what could go wrong?
We both love Elton John and George Michael, and to be able to celebrate their music and their legacies, and it's just a fun concert. It's hit after hit after hit, and we absolutely love it. And to be able to bring this back to WA, in particular Joondalup, it's going to be a lot of fun because 18 years ago, let's be honest, Tim and I that's where our relationship started, in Perth.
Get out. How? Where? How?
Well, we
where?
were doing a show together, and that's where we somewhat met. For 7 weeks, we were doing a show, and then the rest is sort of history. So, we thank WA for our relationship.
Yeah, WA we just sprinkled all the love dust. We're like, here you go.
Anthony, where was the first date? Was it here in Perth?
No, because we were actually in relationships at the time. So it was when we sort of got back. Tim was in Sydney and I was in Melbourne, and then it sort of eventuated from there. We had to do the breakups first.
Oh, wow. I was not expecting to cop that.
All good love
There you
stories
go.
have always got a little bit of drama in there, don't
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey,
All in the theme of a Valentine's concert. Perfect.
and by the way, sitting at around 80% sold. All right, so you better
it's
get
gonna be
onto this
great.
quick. Yep, huge.
Yeah, because there's still weeks until this gig. So, I mean, you've really got to get amongst it. Get your tickets now.
It's yay or nay.
I've got 3 topics here. It's going to be you and Kymba answering yay or nay to these topics. You will have a 3-second countdown that you'll hear after I give you a topic to have a quick think about whether you are yay or nay. Are you both ready?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Here we go. Here's your first one. Flowers on Valentine's Day.
3, 2, 1.
Nay.
Nay. I think I'm nay.
Okay.
Absolutely nay.
Okay.
Seriously, don't spend your money on something that's going to die on me. Spend your money on something that I can enjoy for a long time.
I agree with that. I mean, we don't do Valentine's Day. My partner and I just sort of go, we don't need Valentine's Day, but we'll get maybe a card or something, and he will often get me a beautiful plant,
Oh, okay.
which is like the
I want
next step up
Valentine's
from
Day.
flowers.
I want Valentine's Day every day. Like, I don't just want it on one day. So,
Yep.
and get me something good.
Right. Someone's high maintenance. All right.
No, it can't be that
Oh,
high.
I own it.
It's been a long
I
time.
love it. All right. Here's the second one. Working with your partner.
3, 2, 1.
Yay.
I'm going to have to say yay.
For obvious reasons, yeah. Yep.
No, we have our moments, don't worry. Usually we have separate dressing rooms. Sometimes we sit on separate sides of the plane, and we definitely have 2 hotel rooms because I need to sleep, and he sometimes snores. And so I just need to sleep. So we have usually adjoining rooms, and then we sort of like say goodnight and then meet in the morning for breakfast. It's perfect.
I think that's a
18 years of a
great thing.
relationship, it's great.
And also, too, the thing is, you're a professional singer, and it's just not the kind of thing where you just suddenly go, oh, now that I'm with my partner, I don't have to do all my usual prep before a show. Or, you want that green room space, you want that time to yourself to get your head in the space and play and do your thing,
Yeah, but on the other side, you're working with someone that knows you inside out. So it's actually a really beautiful thing. And somehow it just works for the two of us. So definitely not complaining.
It's
doesn't work
great.
for everyone, but yes, it's great.
I hosted a quiz night with my partner at the end of last year. And at the start, we did this fun thing where we ran out on stage. We played this loud music as the entry, and we came out and we danced together, and then we made out on the stage, and then we continued on, right? Only to find out later in the night, people didn't realise he was my partner and thought that I was just macking on with the
like,
random
wow.
host of the quiz.
Yeah, take a look at that. She's anyone's.
I love it.
All right, final one here. The prayer.
3, 2, 1.
Yay if it's Anthony Callia's.
Right, okay.
Oh, of course I'm going to say yay.
Yeah. Anthony Callia's singing The Prayer. I'm into.
We've still got this. You know what, Anthony,
That
this...
performance was like 21, 22 years ago now, and I love how much it still resonates with people, and it's a beautiful thing. And as I get a little bit older, I feel as though that I appreciate that moment more and that song more, because it is literally a privilege to sing that piece of music. And yeah, it's beautiful to be able to do that, and it still resonates. It's a lovely moment in time.
Anthony, when you sing that song now, do you think you sing it better than you did then?
Yes, absolutely, because it comes with experience, life experience, vocal experience.
Yeah.
I was a kid back then. But yeah, I still to this day, so many people ask me, do you get sick of singing it? And I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an absolute privilege to be able to sing that song. I love it.
I'll tell you what, Anthony, honestly, because I'm an Italian background, come from an Italian family, and this was still back in the day where we all sat around the TV and watched event TV, right? And that
Times
was
were
that.
different.
I can see it in my mind, picture it clearly. Everyone was there. I looked around the room. My mum and dad and my nonna and nonna were all in tears watching that performance. So, yeah, mate, it was part of our pop culture in this country, I reckon. It was a real iconic moment.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, I love it. And behind the scenes, if I did write this in my book, but the amount of people that were literally saying to me, you are making the biggest mistake. And, I am a stubborn little Italian boy. And so don't tell me what to do. And I'm so glad that, I dug my heels in and went with it because, yeah, it was definitely a life-changing moment for me.
Phenomenal, mate. Well, we look forward to having you guys here. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. The Valentine's concert for the city of Joondalup at the Joondalup Festival. Anthony Callia. We'll catch up when you're in town, okay?
Producer Brooke, what is trending?
Hello. Well, hit it, Pete.
I'm coming to the cottage. I'm coming to the cottage. I'm coming to the cottage.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, let me get my glow sticks.
It's a little bit of an if you know, you know.
Is
but
this a new Harry Styles song? Is that...
Definitely not.
no, I am coming to the cottage. We're talking about the TV show Heated Rivalry.
This is the one that you were getting a bit toey over on Friday.
Toey.
The show was getting a little bit...
Yeah, steamy.
What's the word?
Steamy. I'll say steamy.
The one, the ice hockey one where men play with sticks.
Yes,
Right.
yes, absolutely. Look, it's heating up all over the world. People are loving this show over the weekend. They're on the press tour at the moment, so it is really blowing up. It is based on a book written by Rachel Reed. It's a 7-book series, and Heated Rivalry is actually the second book. So I think we've got a lot still to come. And season 2's already been greenlit. So
that's no surprise. Given the way this has exploded, that
huge.
is no surprise.
And look, I found a lot of interesting things. Like, it is an HBO Max series. It's a Canadian romance about professional hockey players. It is super steamy. But there's certain things about this show, both on screen but behind the scenes, that I have found fascinating. And I wanted to run you through a few.
Okay.
Yes, good. Now, number one, we were never meant to see it. We should have never seen it. It was due to be filmed and released in the US, but the show creator was told he had to make a bunch of changes. He didn't want to make those changes, so he took it up to Canada. He decided, I'm going to do it in Canada, leave the US out of it, leave the rest of the world out of it. And it was only supposed to be aired on a streaming service called Crave, which only streams in Canada.
Right.
Yes, we were never meant to see it.
Was it because there were like too many sexy scenes in it and stuff like that? Is that what they wanted to pull out of it?
I'm not sure what changes, but I think Jacob Tierney, he just wanted to keep it true to what he'd written and true to his script and true to his vision for the show, and their visions didn't align.
Right.
is the main thing. But look, 2 weeks before it was due to air on Crave, HBO jumped in and decided to pick it up and air it, premiering the same night as Crave, which, and that's brought us to where we are today. But look, another fun fact about this show, Connor Story, who plays Russian-born Ilya, is in no way Russian. And he had to spend 4 hours a day working on his accent and also his lines. He delivers so much in Russian. It is crazy. Have a listen to this.
Я так сильно тебя люблю и не знаю, что с этим делать.
That's just a little bit.
And it's got that deep drawl in it as well that the Russians do.
Well, and they filmed a bit in Russia, and he was at a table. He was the only non-Russian, and they're speaking Russian, and he's just delivering his lines. So he genuinely has no idea what anyone else is talking about. And then afterwards, one of the women came up and tried to have a conversation with him in Russian, and he was like, No, I genuinely can't
Pete
speak
has
Russian.
this experience all the time
All the
when
time.
he goes
He's
for Italian.
Italian, yep.
Yeah, I've watched you have it. I've watched you have that experience with Italians. Look, the other fun story about Connor is he actually worked as a waiter, and he was almost fired the day he got the call that he was going to be on the show. His boss said, "This is your last chance. You've made too many mistakes. Next mistake and you're out of here." Literally got the call saying you got the part, and then came back and
what
said,
a great moment.
Yeah.
That's the moment that people dream about when they're in a crap job.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? When you know you've got something to go to, you've got absolutely nothing to lose, and you can hand it back,
I don't want to be a naysayer, but don't you think it's like freakishly coincidental how many actors have that amazing story behind them? Like, I was just about to be fired, and then this.
Are you saying it's a lie?
Well, I'm just saying that maybe he was just working in a cafe like lots of other actors.
Well, he said it wasn't the cafe. The cafe was great. The owner was great. He said he was a terrible waiter. So it was completely his fault that he almost got fired. But another fun fact, Shane Hollander is the other main character in the show that plays against Russian Ilya. He's autistic. So they never mention it in the show, and fans are loving this. Fans are loving that this neurodivergent character is there. He's got all the traits, but it's never mentioned. Like, it's not prevalent to the story. This is a romance story, and fans are really, really enjoying that being sort of part of the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
Okay. Look, the other thing is the mayor of New York has weighed in. There was a huge winter storm.
Mamdani.
Yeah,
He's on
weighed
board.
in. He's on board.
Yeah.
Look, have a listen to his press conference at a big winter storm.
Snow is coming down heavily across our city, and I can think of no better excuse for New Yorkers to stay home, take a long nap, or take advantage of our public library's offer of free access to Heated Rivalry on ebook or audiobook for anyone with a library card.
Wow.
He's on board.
That's
The whole
great.
of New York woke up today with a different view of the world.
Big news because, of course, we had Australia Day. So then, of course, we have the Australian of the Year Awards. Big notable mention there for the Young Australian of the Year, which is Ned Brockman.
Ned Brockman. We love Ned Brockman.
The ultramarathon runner for homelessness. Absolute legend of a man. Right, he's done plenty of things for the country and lifted a lot of people's spirits, I think, at a time where everyone needed it.
Gave a beautiful speech too.
Yes.
He did, yeah.
Yes.
Yep, you can see it really means a lot to him.
Yeah. And, of course, the big one, Australian of the Year, going to Catherine Bennell-Pegg, the first Australian astronaut and trailblazing space scientist. And it's a big win for her because, first person under the Australian space program too.
Yep. Wonderful news. Congratulations to her. And I knew this was coming.
I knew what
it.
was coming.
As soon as I saw the results, I knew it. I knew you've gone back into the archives, haven't you? You found that bloody bit of audio.
Here's the thing.
To this very day,
welcome
I was hoping
to our
it would
show.
Never make the air again.
If you haven't been part of our show for long, here's what happened. August 2024.
Oh, you've got the date.
August 2024, because I've got my finger on the pulse, mate, and I was ahead of the game. And I interviewed Catherine Bennell-Pegg because I just thought it was cool that she was a space scientist and that she was the first female as well going into space.
It is cool. It is a phenomenal effort.
And I did this brilliant interview with her, and then I brought it to Pete. Now, the idea of it was that I was going to play you a little section and you got to tell me whether or not you thought it was interesting enough to play the next section. It was a game that we played at the time called Hit or Miss. Okay?
I remember.
And I said to you, this interview's amazing, can't wait. Play your little snippets and then you get to say, yes, I want more, or nah, I'm done. And it turned out that after playing you just about, half a minute, you went, nah, I'm done. And you wouldn't let me play the interview and everything, all the work I'd done.
That was part of the game. If
went
it was
to
a miss,
nothing.
it was a miss.
Okay,
what can I do?
Here we are 2 years later. She's Australian of the Year.
Yeah,
and
no,
you
I
didn't
know.
let her
No, I
interview
know.
go to air.
I know.
Because you didn't think it was interesting enough.
Don't worry. I saw it. I sunk into the couch like you've never seen yesterday when I saw that announcement.
And as soon as I saw it, I thought, I'm going to try and find that audio and play it back. Now, I want you to know you didn't come across great in this segment, Pete. Okay? Might have seemed like you were poo-pooing her a bit.
All right, fine.
But I want you to reflect and enjoy on this pretty much on-air fight we had.
Let's try and do it.
We went through the G-force profile of a launch and a re-entry, which was really wild because it was very dark. And
No,
you
sorry,
weren't listening.
miss. No,
I looked at
miss.
your eyes
No,
and you were
that's a
fishing
miss.
around in the system.
No.
Tell me what she said.
She said that
Tell me what she talked about.
She said she went and did some training and it was really interesting, and then she went into the centrifuge and it was dark. I'm sorry, but if you're going to go in the centrifuge and the best that you've got for me is it's dark, you're an absolute mess.
You just missed out
You're
on the
an
best interview.
Please,
You're
please.
a fool.
Don't tell me
I'll tell
this.
you what.
What?
That whole interview is on our podcast.
No, it's not. That's
and
ridiculous. No.
It is fascinating.
No.
I asked her
No.
what she thought about Sandra Bullock in Gravity. I asked
Where
her...
was that?
Because
Where was that audio?
I'm only allowed to play you snippets, you fool.
Well,
You're
hang
the
on.
one who doesn't want to put it through.
Now, look, I was a different person back then.
Oh, because now that she's Australian of the Year, you think maybe it's worth playing it?
No, but I stand by what I said about there was some other parts of the interview that sounded super interesting, but the point of the game was if what I was listening to at the time didn't get me, nothing else came.
Okay.
And
can I put this to you, Pete?
Okay.
She's Australian of the Year.
Yep.
Pretty big deal.
Huge
the first Australian astronaut to train under her own flag, right? Under our flag. Here we are, Australia, putting us on the map.
It's great.
Am I allowed to play the interview tomorrow?
You can play the interview.
Are you happy to hear the full interview
Happy
tomorrow?
to hear full interview. Happy to hear it because I'm not going to go through what I went through last time with all the complaints and phone calls I had to make to people who were very upset with me on the day. So please, by all means.
Dear Kymba is a segment where people write into us, they text or jump on our website, peteandkimba.com.au, and ask for advice. And we throw it out to you, 13 10 60. We ask you to call and give your opinions, whether you've experienced it or not. This one sounds gross.
What? Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's just the wording she's used. Okay, dear Kymba, this might be a tough one, but my husband and I don't agree and we need a tiebreaker. I'm a super affectionate person and I think it's great for my kids to witness my husband and I making out and being all over each other. My husband is worried it's not good for the kids to witness it. What do you think?
Well, that's nice and simple, straight to the point. That's very good.
Well, Aphrodite, it's too much, right? I was already going to err on the side of I'm okay with kids seeing physical affection. I think it's wonderful if they know their parents are in love and they are happy together and that they have physical affection. I think it's great. I think that her calling it making out and being all over each other has instantly changed my point of view.
Well, no, I think I reckon most people sort of sit where you are, and including us.
Yeah.
I can't make out with Liz in front of the kids. It just doesn't feel right.
Making out is a very specific, it's a step too far, isn't it?
It sounds wet. Like that's,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Like that's. Like, it
But I
sounds
will
like-
say, like growing up, my parents are very much still in love. My parents have been married like over, they must be coming up like 55 years, okay? They've been married a long time. Admittedly, I've never seen my parents kiss.
You haven't?
Never. They will do a peck on the cheek or a peck on the lips when they leave to go to work or whatever. But outside of that, I've never seen my parents kiss. I don't even think I've ever seen my parents hug.
You never thought about them making out or anything like that?
Oh, well, I've never thought about it. I've just
no?
realised that, in my head, I always thought they could afford to be more affectionate. I've always thought I would have been, I would have been happy to see more love between them and it would have been fine.
Do you reckon that's the generation, though? I mean, my parents are the same. Like, I've never seen my parents really be
But I don't
all over each
I don't
other.
really want to see my mum sitting on dad's lap and making out. I think that there's so for example, so Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker, they take it too far. Right, in their show you do see them getting a bit carried away. This is some audio of their children.
All right.
No kissing.
Just one.
No. Sorry. I'm gonna die. You guys. Could you guys not kiss in French again?
That, you know what that sounds like to me?
Wet? Did you hear how wet it sounded at the start?
But
That was their mouths.
Is that them all the time and seriously? It sounds like to me
Common.
like they're having fun in front of the kids.
They do it a lot.
You know what I mean?
They do it a lot.
I'd do that to make the kids feel awkward.
Yeah, but they do it a lot. This is
Yeah.
the thing. So 13, 10, 60, what do you think the limit is when it comes to affection in front of your children? What's appropriate and what's not?
Yeah. Are you Kourtney Kardashian level making out in front of your kids?
Do you feel it's okay to have it maybe more than a peck? How far does that kiss go? Is it like, say, like a church kiss or like a wedding kiss?
Yeah.
Is that appropriate?
Yeah.
That's a pretty appropriate kiss. Everyone was watching you at that.
All right. This is where we open it up over to you. This is your show. You get to have your say.
Colin, you've got 2 kids.
Yes, I do. And look, I just wanted to start. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Oh, my God, I love this. This happened sincerely.
Yeah.
We make jokes about that in Radio Land, and it's actually happened.
Look, I want to start by, generationally, my parents, I never saw, I think a high five would probably be the most affection I ever saw from them. But with my kids, I've got a boy and a girl, 9 and 11, and they will see me kiss my wife passionately. I'm sure sometimes that can be awkward, but they've also commented that, well, you know that you guys love each other. I think the line is just, as long as I had to work out what word to use here, is you're not getting handsy. Do you know what I mean? As long as
Yeah.
you can kiss passionately, but that's where I even have that line. But like I said, a high five from my parents would have been like, damn, they really care for each other.
I 100% agree. I agree, Colin. I think that's totally fair. I think it's the handsy part.
Yeah.
Saying we're all over each other and making out.
Yeah.
And how long does the make out go for? I think if the make out goes for long enough that you're starting to enjoy it, it's too much.
Right, okay. Yeah, well, I suppose there's a different level for everybody of that, isn't there? And Colin, thanks for calling. Make sure you call more. Nichelle, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Happy New Year and all the things.
Thank you, Michelle. Now, we're told that you're a foster carer.
Yes, we've had a different array of children in and out the house. And the thing we've learned is majority of, like it's very general, have lacking in positive male role models.
Yes.
So my husband and I, we try to be affectionate with each other, but not, awkward.
Yeah, you don't want to make them uncomfortable.
Yeah. Because some probably might never have seen it, if you know what I mean. So, we'll dance in the kitchen together, turn the radio up and get everybody involved because we're the ones who teach them how to do it.
That's great. Yeah, because you're teaching positive relationships. Like, we want our kids to see that people have affection for each other and that you're in love and I think all these things are wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just being appropriate about it.
Yeah, well, like I said, level for everybody, right? I won't reveal ours. Hey, if you've got a dear Kymba, by the way, you'd love to get some advice about some of the things happening in your life, this is your show. It's your opportunity to do so. So peteandkimba.com.au is where you can go, and you can go and drop us a line, and we'll read it out and have a chat about it. I feel like we're over the hump now. Australia Day's done. Sort of like that void the last couple of weeks.
Our resolutions are over.
Yep, everybody's back into it. Here's a resolution for you. How about you grab some Fringe World tickets, fringeworld.com.au, and go and see our mate Will Anderson, who joins us now. Good morning to you, buddy.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it. It's nice to be, just in Perth for a cool change from that hot Melbourne weather. It's nice. That's what
that surprising
famous
rain
for your
yesterday.
mild weather here in Perth.
Yeah. Well, it's a delight to have you in the studio. You have been a friend of our show for so long. I don't even know how many years that we've been speaking to you. And I don't even remember.
Often it's down the line, though. And so it's so nice when we're in the same studio and we actually
Absolutely
get a hug in. It was real nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, quite the introduction for you here. In WA the last couple of days. You went to the movies in the city yesterday and then found yourself in amongst all the stuff that was going on. The bomb scare and everything.
You ever been in the middle of something and not realise that anything's going on at the same time? It very much felt like the eye of the hurricane. So we just thought, you know what? Maybe we'll just go and see. It's the Shakespeare movie called Hamnet, right? It's about William Shakespeare's life. He lost his son Hamnet and then wrote the play Hamlet. And this is this beautiful Shakespearean, quiet. Too quiet, I will say, to be in one of those cinemas where they serve food.
Oh, right.
Not a crunching on your popcorn or your nacho style movie. There's not a lot of loud explosions. At some stage, I was just like bang something. And I didn't realise we needed to be outside for that to be happening because it turns out in the streets of Perth, there was a lot of commotion going on.
Yeah.
So we went out of the cinema and there were just people scattered everywhere, police everywhere. And I was like, what is going on? Yeah.
That's really unnerving, isn't it? Because I've noticed lately there's been a few posts of people around saying, why were there police at this event with guns? And that's really not something anyone wants to see. And everyone's like, oh, well, it's, just to show that they're there and to make everyone realise that there's support. And there's but then when you're seeing people running around and there's lots of cops and things, that's not a great feeling.
No, I mean, it was one of those things where I was like, oh, man, this is a bit old school Western Australia. Maybe Ben Cousins is back at it these days. He's having a good time out in the streets.
Like, I want to go back inside.
Yeah, this is good, guys. Let's go. All right, good old days. Let's get the gang back together.
How was the movie any good? Was it? Because I've seen plenty of people talking about it. Go and see it. Maybe don't go and see it.
Depends on what your version of any good means.
Like, is it worth me going
Do you
and seeing?
feel like you would enjoy a movie about the romance between William Shakespeare and the woman he fell in love with and the kids that they have and then one of those kids dying and him being tortured by that and writing the play Hamlet?
If it was a Tuesday.
All I would say is no loud snacks. There is no moment to eat a nacho. I had a plate of nachos that I could not get down. I was like, do these nachos come with a silencer? I cannot chew them in this movie.
With this many fringe shows on at the moment, I don't think that you can afford to spend your money on the movies. I get that Hamnet might be brilliant. Sounds it. But,
all right, well,
there's so many great shows to see.
It's true. There is an incredible amount of shows on at the Perth Fringe. We went and saw Danielle Walker do her show
she's
Tinkering.
So funny. I haven't seen her show yet. I find her so funny.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. But so many good acts on here at the moment.
All right, including yours.
What you talking about, Will?
You have to be careful about the accent you put on that, though, don't you?
I know.
But you don't want to get cancelled pronouncing the name of my show.
I know, but it's tough, isn't it? Because, that was what you did. It's what everyone did because it was from Different Strokes.
Yes, Different Strokes.
What we know.
What you're talking about, Willis. It's one of those iconic phrases, isn't it, that has just stuck with us, even though there's people who don't remember
the show.
Different Strokes. I love when you hear one of those things out of context because, I have a friend who has never been into comic books. And they were like, is kryptonite a real thing? Does that come from... And I was like, no, it's from comic books. And they're like, yeah, I keep hearing about kryptonite. That's my kryptonite. Is it a real...
I'm 40 this year. Last year I turned 40, and I caught the tail end of Molly Meldrum. And the do yourself a favour. Go and see this. And I was with a group of younger people that were working. We were recording some podcast stuff, and we were having a chat about some of the things that you need to go and see. And I said, "Do yourself a favour." And I had that look on my face, like everybody should know what I'm talking about. Not one of them, just crickets. I was like, "This has happened to me now." I'm there, you know.
And I mean, because we know all of your show names usually have the word will in them.
Yes.
You work them in. We think that also helps you and gives you a little more time to write a show, because we know when you have to apply to Fringe and they say, what's your show going to be about? It's months and months before anyone actually performs. And so a lot of people have no idea what the
If
show...
you do a yearly show, like I have traditionally done, they are asking you halfway through the show you're doing what the next one is going to be.
And people don't know, so they come up with this really vague description.
Yeah.
But for you, I mean, look, we know, I mean, you've...
The problem is you get stuck on your description. So somebody will say, my show's going to be called 20 Things I Learned from My Dad. And then you get to, time to do the show and you're like, my dad only taught me 7 things. What am I going to, pad out the rest of this show with?
Are you now at a point, are there any comedy topics that you won't touch?
Oh.
Because I think that's the thing is, people are pretty, we think comics should have the right to just say whatever they like. That's the job.
Yeah, but I don't think everyone should be saying the same thing. Have you noticed that when people say, I can't say anything anymore, they want to say about the same 4 slurs?
Yeah, 100%.
There is so many other things you can say. If you're complaining about not being able to say anything, why not choose one of the millions of other examples of something that you could choose from rather than these 4 topics that you believe you can't say? And then you're like, I can't say anything anymore, and you can catch me on my multi-ticket selling tour, I Can't Say Anything Anymore, which has sold millions of tickets and was the #1 tour in the world. And by the way, see my Golden Globe for my new show, I'm cancelled and I can't say anything anymore.
Mate, we love having you in town. Luckily for us, we get to have you for a little while. So starting tonight through to Feb 15, grab it. You'll see Will at Johnny Fox's as well, fringeworld.com.au. And great to have you here in the studio in Perth and in Perth, mate.
It's lovely to see you both. Thank you.
All right, we will be back tomorrow. We'll catch you from 6.
Pete and Kymba for breakfast, 6 to 9 weekdays.